Hello everyone, Peter here, Piotr Fissner. Guys, so in today's episode we don't fix some old faulty stuff. Today we get an issue with a Raspberry Pi 4 or 4B it is, I think. Yes, model 4B. So it's not an issue as issue, it's fully functional, it's good working, and it was in my desk Pi, yes, with 240 gigabytes SSD, which we've seen in the MacBook before, but I've decided to be more useful in the Raspberry Pi, so I took it off, and for now I won't be doing anything with that Mac. I've got no time, I've got other projects. We will be traveling probably by car, like a lot, and because of that onboard computer would be really useful, 8 gig of RAM and everything. But at home I've got a problem. Here upstairs I don't have good reception, so I could use some dongle, attach antenna to it, and increase it. I could do it, but then again I would use one of the ports. Yes, one is used already by the SSD with this adapter here and the desk Pi, so one is off. Now keyboard and mouse are two, so again I could put my Bluetooth keyboard, yes, so that would be one, and then I could use one for the dongle, but this has built-in 2 and 5 gig network adapter, wireless, so why not add an extension antenna to it, external antenna instead, and then don't use that port, yes, then don't turn it off, and so on. So that's the whole idea. Now in order to do it we need two things, okay? We need at least a cable which is a coaxial cable. We can use from Xboxes, yes, that's why I brought in here too. I'll open them, I'll pause, and I will show you if I will cut it, because if not I'll put them back into the room, close them and bring another one until I will find one which is cutted, which is useless anyway, and then we can use this useless one to just use it. Yeah, we will put it under the microscope, we will solder this cable in, and I know that here I'm receiving less than 2 megabits per second of the download, and upload is similar. It's really pathetic. It's really weak. I could increase it by that card, or by that card and the antenna, but the whole point is I want to have everything enclosed in this, and then have only the that's the front panel. Yes, that's the front panel. So that's the front. So at the back panel here, maybe I could do here a hole, yes, and I could put coaxial connector, and then I would be able to take it outside, pretty much, yes. And then I could just come with antenna or cable and antenna, screw that in, mount the antenna somewhere, and then have it used. So the first goal of mine is just to find the coaxial cable, to not order it online, because what's the point? We get parts, all the electronic parts, which we can reuse, recycle this way. And once we get this cable, then we can take the next step to the soldering part, yes, under the microscope. So let's begin. I'm pausing and I'm looking for the cable, and then I'm back with you. Okay guys, so before me switching to the microscope, you can see I've got a small cable, yes, which if you ever work with phones or game consoles, you know this is just a regular antenna connector. Now what we need here is that we need to separate the inner part from the outer part, from the shield. Now the inner cord has to be left open, yes, and the surface of the inner core should be expanded. Now, depending on the expansion of that core, we will have different frequencies. So that's why the best way would be to calculate it. But because we're just, for now, yes, we're just trying to connect this one and have this out. This we will connect to the connector, proper connector, which we will mount on the enclosure. So that's why we don't build antenna ourselves, and hence for that we just need to connect it with the main board and make sure that on the connection it's a robust connection. Yes, it's not something which will be pulled out easily, because the soldering joints are small, are tiny. So at the end of the day we can't only solder it, but the best way would be to stick it, glue it, or just do something that it's more stiff than just the soldering joint. So that's the plan. We will see what we will do. Anyways, I'm switching to the microscope right now, and once I'll set it up, everything here, I'll unpause and we can see this cable under the microscope. See you soon. Okay, so here we are. The cable is here, and what we see here is the inner core plus the shield. Yes, so now as we don't need that shield, we can get rid of it. I'm thinking, should I use some surface here or just use it the way it is? But what I want to do is, we don't need this connector here. Yes, this connector is not needed. So we can either open it, try to open it and then get rid of it, or just cut it. Yes, I don't know if I'm able to just open it, because as well I might not be able to do so. It's going, because maybe in the future we will need such connector, and then I will have to order it or use another cable, and this will be bent. Whereas if we could reuse it later, that would save time and a hassle. Not the bestest, but what can we do? It's going. It went actually quite not bad, to be true. Can we pull it? Yes, we could pull it. Okay, so you see, so you get this connector here. We don't have it anymore. Now we've got the inner core, which we were talking about. Yes, this one. And we've got this. Now this shield here has to go. So that we can have the core loose. And then we need to solder the inner core with the outer core, and don't use the shield. Yes, we don't need to use the shield. It's fine. But before we can do it, even we can't forget about the other end, which is like that. We can't leave it like that, because later we won't have a lot of place to maneuver. So I need to get a knife like this and try to get out. Show you. Okay, so now we've got a lot of it out. Now we can get this stuff open and leave the plastic inside with the main core to be seen. See, I've cut it so many of those, that's not good, but it is what it is. Get less of them. Okay, so now we got like that, and now we need to make sure that we don't have a loose inner and outer connecting. No. Okay, so let's leave those at the back. Yes, just leave them at the back. That's fine. And now what we can do is we can cut this one. Yes, cut this one so that it will be just something like that, not more than that. That will be more than enough. This way we can have it used the way it is, and then I can just get the connector somewhere from something. I don't know yet from where, what, but I know what I want, but I know that oh, you see, now it's okay. Now I can turn it to, let's say, right side, it doesn't matter, but we can leave it. Now when I was doing antennas, it was early 2000 year, like 2002, 2003, 2004. So we were doing type Yagi, Babu Yagi, that's what they were called, and parabolic antennas. Yes, well, I was doing this from just components. You can make these antennas, no problem. They will have quite a bit of decibels if you know how to do it, of course. It's no magic in it. And we're at the back where we all originally started, where we had this connector plugged in, yes? So now this side we should prepare as well, and we need to look at the Raspberry Pi to understand how it's working here. Okay, so as we see, this is the Wi-Fi module. Okay, this is the Wi-Fi module, and the only part which is going out I see here to this, what could be the antenna would be this, because that's going to be antenna. So if we know that this one is antenna and that's going through those capacitors to the ground, yes, because I assume this one is a ground, which would make sense, then in order to use the external antenna, we've got this point here, okay, this, which is not connected with these ones. So you would have to break connection on these capacitors here, or cut it here, yes, scrape it and just cut it, and connect these two. Okay, we don't need a capacitor, we can just short them. I would have to measure some resistor, find some no resistance resistor, like 0 ohm resistor or something, just so that, you know, we can connect it, or we can just connect it with a wire, and then we can hook up to this one and then scrape this one off and solder to this one. We maybe, if lucky, but I don't know how much space do we have here. That's the problem, because I think the best way would be to connect it like this. Scrape it off here, make a blob of solder, use some flux, and here glue it to this. Excuse me. See, not editable videos, so you've got first person experience from what I'm doing. So I would say I would connect it like that, yes. Hopefully I'm right, because I never done it. It's just looking like that. It's nothing else. It's going like here is nothing going out, nothing going out. Yes, here nothing going out. So that's it. And that would make sense because antenna has to be in the open surface. That's why it's so weak, because it's not that big. So if we will take it outside, that already will improve it, yes? But we don't have a port, so we can't mount it here, which is a problem, but you know, we don't have it. So I would say, do we have another choice? No, we don't. So, and it doesn't work the way I want it anyway, so I can as well disconnect it in the software. Yes, that's it. Let's get this shield off. To the copper. Doesn't have to be pretty, remember. It just has to work. Okay, it's not ideal, and I agree with that. So let's keep on going. Just clean it a bit. I should watch someone doing it in the, you know, in the YouTube, so then I would be sure what I'm doing. But I'm not sure. Only I know that I can undo it, so, which is good. And it's my one, so I can't say I'm doing it for someone and I'm risking their own equipment. So, okay, we get it to the quite okay level. It's not ideal still, so I will still try to make it a bit better. Got a small bits on the accu drill, but I don't have accu drill here because I took it to the other room. And my wife is sleeping there, so I don't wanna wake her up. We got already neighbor trying by making loud noises with refurbishment they doing of their house. So okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm more happy now than I was before, that's for sure. So yes, let's get this small bit soldered. Iron is here, that's fine. Okay, it's just not convenient. It's fine, fine. Drag the cable through another cable. Okay, cool. I'll get quite a good tip. See how burned it is. It will fall apart soon. If I would try it, it would probably break under my finger. So let's not do it. Okay. Cool. It's fine. Let's get the plugs. And let's get the solder. And let's add some solder to it. Flux and solder. Scrap to clean the tip. Okay, so let's add some flux. Come on, pressing. Okay, cool, that's more than we need here. Don't see what I'm doing. I'm just cleaning the tip. Inside it. Is it hot enough to melt it? Yes, it's hot. Good, so we can add solder now. To make a blob. Just to make a blob. Really? Can't hold this. Oh why it's so not hot. Oh, now it's a nice blob. Cool. Can try that bit as well. Cool. We need to clean the tip. You see the mess. Okay, so we got a blob of solder on both. We got some flux. We got everything. We can switch off the solder iron. Okay, sorry for the screen, it's just making a mess, but anyways, that's it. Got no heat here, no. Okay, cool. So what's on the other side? Nothing. Okay, cool, that's happy days. Now guys, what we need to do is we need to make sure that when we will put this cable we can grab it, okay, because no, okay. So, not happy with how this cable is here. I don't have a lot of this outer core outside. So, the question is, what can I do about it? Because when you look at this, it's the length which we need to be true. But to grab it, I'm not entirely sure. It's like I'd rather have it separated into two, so that one wire will be going, it will be going like that. Like this will go outside and connect like that. So then this outer one can be shortened and can go to that ground. So okay, let's unwind a bit more. Okay. Now let's take it out. Okay. What about shield? Do we have a shield here? No, we don't have shield. Okay, so the shield is the outer one in that case, that's fine. The shield is this one is working as a shield only, and there's no, here is some breakage. So we need to cut it at this place, because we don't want anything to cause us a problem. Okay, let's try it. Let's uncover more of this. Okay, let's see what I've done. Worsen or helped? Worsen. Okay. So what I need to do now is I need to take out on the side those outer core thingies, put them on the side. Okay, they are on the side. Cool. I can turn them into one direction, like right. Brilliant. Now what we have? Okay. If we will uncover the inner one, we should be okay. It's not ideal, but it is better. Okay, let's see what I've done. Yeah, okay, now it's better. Now what it is we don't have it enough to do it, but if we can separate these, see if we can separate them, like this. Do not touch anything what they shouldn't touch. That's the one which is going from the other side. So that's the back. Cool. Still got about half an hour, so hopefully we can finish it and test it. Okay, so I'm happy with what I've done here with this. Cool. Let's twist this one. How about that? Yes, okay. So do we have anything popping out? Yes, we have one core, one single core. You see, without the microscope I would be nobody with this. Yeah. Now let's see what we can do here. Okay, so you can't connect. Well, they can, but they shouldn't. Now, how I see it, it would be something like that. Okay, that's how I see it. And then I can hold this with something else, but anyways, that would work. That would work. So now we can turn on the iron, and now we don't have a lot of margin for the error. Okay, we really don't have, and I'll tell you why. Because overheating it, it's easy to be done. Okay. It's easy to be done. You see, I've got a dot which I went and spread in between two elements. And I don't have anything to hold it, so good luck with that. Okay. That and okay, I've put some so here again it's a bit off. It won't be ideal because I won't be doing it to the extent that I can cause myself an issue, so it won't be an ideal soldering. Okay guys, it won't be, and as long as it's working, I'm super happy, because for me, in this case, it's not about the looks. See, I don't want to overheat because this will melt quickly. How do I know it? Because I had this bad practice in the past. Okay, that'll do. It's already starting to melt here. I don't know if you can see at the top, so I don't wanna overheat it. Oh, it won't move, guys. It's brilliant. I can turn it off. That's what I said. It won't be looking really good, but it won't be causing the short circuit. You see this thingy here? That can stay here. That's fine. We need to use some epoxy glue or something to catch it. They can leave it for now. That's fine. Excuse me. Yes, it's not ideal. I can agree with that. But it is holding. That's what's matter. And I don't see a... don't know if you can see it because I'm shaking like I would drink something today. I can put it like that, but again I would have to turn on the light because I don't see it. I don't see any point of contact in between them, so I'm super happy. Okay, so as I don't see any point of contact, so we can test it out. Just holding quite nicely. Yes, this messy guy was so tidy before. And I made it so bad. But anyways, you know, let's don't look back, let's look forward, because we've done a good job here. Although it's a messy job, it's still a good job. See, now if you want any automation at home, yes, you can use these Raspberry Pis. They are brilliant. Monitoring at home, everything. Your private VPN. It's like a small computer which do miracles. Well, we can do with it miracles, I mean. It's okay. Are we okay? Well, not ideal, but it's good enough, I'd say. Good. Separated this from the top. And only one wire is wandering here, I think. This wire. Yes. That was a culprit here. Okay, happy days. The rest is fine. Now, should I do any security for it for now? I wouldn't say. I just leave it like that. Now the only thing what I want to do here, that wire, yes, because they are not connected now. The inner core and the outer core, which is working as a shield, they are segregated right now. And we can use digital multimeter to see if it's shorted, because if it's shorted, that means I was wrong. We've seen that the soldering is good enough, so we're happy with it. But we're not sure if, again, I need to find the time to fix my meter, because as you see, it's just, I'll take it here. Oh, it is. If I'll move the enclosure, oh, when I move the enclosure, it's good. So yeah, when I was putting the battery, good. So let's test these two here. So we got here, got no contact, very good, and now here, brilliant, and the other way around. Now this one here, okay, cool, we've done a good job, guys. So this is already working the way it's supposed to work. Yes, let's put Raspberry Pi back in the case. Switch off the light. Let's take it away. And instead of Raspberry Pi, I'll pause and I'll plug DSLR. Okay guys, so now you can see me tinkering here. That's ISO 200, so I don't think lower ISO would be okay. On the screen is looking fine, only on the webcam is looking a bit too bright in this spot here. Yes, unfortunately, you know, I'm not controlling the light, it's just the outside light we got. But anyways, we see the Raspberry Pi we got here, and let's do it. Yes, so we got a module, first this one, which we need to connect with the Raspberry Pi. So that's this way. Okay, and then the SD card will be at the bottom, so that's fine. Let's connect it. So I couldn't, I was lucky if this was without the enclosure, then I could see only the 5G network. I couldn't even try to connect with it. That was a bit bad. I don't know how far this should go, but it's looking like it didn't go to the very end. Okay, so I'll put the top case and then I will know, because other than that I won't be able to verify. So okay, this is like that. No. Ooh. Guys, I literally need to remind myself, okay, that's the back, so that should be going to the front. Something like that. I'd say something like that. Okay. Which is bad, because this connector here was connecting somewhere. It was to the Raspberry Pi, I think. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing. That's really nice, wouldn't you say? Because why not, you can say. Ah, okay, now I get it. I know what I'm doing. This has to be in, and this has to go inside to this. this is connected, that's fine. Now we can put this stuff. Now this is an SD card, so this one goes here, and then two of these will connect and stabilize this, which is fine. Okay, that's neighbors. Now we can put, well, we could put it earlier to be true. That's the fun. It's no fun, but that's the fun. You see this. Now this one I can't put it wrongly because it's a 4-pin connector here. That's like that. But here what I found is just this. This is on the edge of this cable, and that can damage because of that. And we can't do anything about it. We'll just mount it. But they could think of something better here, to be true. Not super happy that they've done it the way they've done it. Okay, I'll grab with one screw from the top. Ooh, Peter. Okay, because I want to make sure that the top and the bottom will match. Okay, so this one match. Okay, now let's put one more here so that I will have it stable, and then we can put this here. Okay, how it is working is, I think I've got those screws from the bottom to screw that in. Okay, but it is matching for now, so that's okay. Everything is looking fine. And it will be 4 screws. Here's for the Raspberry Pi. Those are the 4 screws. So I need to mount the other 2 where I started. But I've got these, so I'll need to double check because I think I had them. See, me who's doing pictures and this time haven't done it, yes? That's not nice. Okay, fun. That's connectors are okay. Now the network here. Oh, I've done the bad job here. Guys, we didn't connect these two you remember I was telling about I think here was, yes, so that I need to cut one and connect 2 points, and I didn't, and I just did all this job for nothing. I think I'll pause it and redo it because you just spend the time with me, so I don't want you to spend more. Be right back. Okay guys, so yeah, long story short, I'm back and Raspberry Pi is back, and we've got some wire underneath the scope, which is really awkward to do, but anyways, all my tweezer is requiring a cleanup, so that's fine. Just sticky. You can't hold a single core with that sticky tweezer. Ah yeah, okay, good, far better. I can grab it and I can let go. So what I'm thinking of, maybe let's do it this way. Because this way it's just easier. Now I'm not left-handed, okay, but I think here I have to be. See how not a lot I need of this wire? And do you see how much I have it? As I said, I'm not left-handed, so for me it's struggle. Right now I'm struggling. And I don't want to struggle. Grab it. Oh, I can't grab it from the ground. Ah, that's why I couldn't do it, because I took the right hand and I still couldn't do it. So okay, let's get like that. Now I know if I will stuck to the left hand, I can have a problem. I need to try to do it as quick as possible. Maybe a blob of solder would do. I'm not happy. Okay, it's clean. I'll put some flux. Get a bit of flux here. Because if no, I'll just cut it. Can it hold? No. Can't even put the... Yes, we got a blob of flux. Let's get and let's add a bit of solder there. Solder there. Where's solder? Here's solder. And observe what it will do. Are we able to just connect these two with just the solder? Make like a huge blob. No, blob won't work. Blob simply... Oh, maybe. Guys, what do you say? I'll switch off the light. Ew, nasty blob to be true. But I'd say done the job. We don't need a wire. Sorry for the shortage. Let's poke it. Okay, let's poke it because we don't know what... No, it's stiff. I can't move it or anything. So it's connected. These two are connected. That's fine. So now what has left, literally, is disconnecting one of these two capacitors, and that's us. I can switch on the soldering back. Let's remove... What's the best angle for me here? That would be best angle, but I was really bad with the decision of soldering first and then just cut it maybe and leave these two. I'm just thinking, you know, if I'll cut it, I can connect it, but I won't lose these capacitors and I don't know the value of these capacitors, so I've decided not to go with the first option, which was original option of soldering it. decided to make damage to my Raspberry Pi. How do you think? Done it? Done it? Done it? Or I haven't. It's lower. So now I've cut through. I think I've done it, to be true. Let's go lower. Just to make sure. Ooh, I've done it. I don't know if you can see it clearly from your side. But I'm positive that I've done it. Oh, I need to leave in 5. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see that I've done it. It should literally work. It's too small to catch with my meter probes. I don't have micro probes, like super tiny, stuff. So I won't be able to, to catch it, because look, even if I'll try, I would have to scrap something on this side here. Which I don't know where it's going. It's going to this shield, I assume. Okay, so shield and this. Yes, here I'm connecting, and this side on the capacitor I'm not. So I've broken it, so it's fine. So it's brilliant. Okay, guys, so I can finish it off, because that's where we stopped, and we should do it in the first place. I mean, I should do it in the first place. And we can just go back to where we were. So I'll pause this recording, and when I will be back, I'll restart the recording when I will be assembling the Pi again. Yes, at that point. Okay, guys, I'm back. I've swapped to DSLR again. We are where we were the last time. Yes, I did came back. So let's put it back together again. This time I know what I'm doing. I mean, I know more than I knew before. I knew roughly how it should all fit, so that's a good thing. See, if you want to do something, sometimes you can't literally speed up things. You have to take your time, unfortunately. And that's it. Okay, good. To attach these two. If you hear this noise, that's mean our neighbor has a company which came and doing this noise. I remember I was struggling with this in the past. Oh, I got a phone call, sorry. Okay, welcome back. I can finally put it back together, but guess what? I can't, because I came back and I've put the pasta to boil. We will have a soup. Ooh. Okay, I can put first. You don't see because of the DSLR. I've forgotten that I switched it off. Yeah, that would be nasty if I would leave it and came back now. Actually, the second battery have charged, so that's fine. It's charged, and now we can charge the other one. So we would have one battery charged. That's a good thing. Okay, so yeah, these things are a pain, to be true, because I've tried them in the past and I know they are a pain, and we can't help it because they are just a bit too short, just a bit too short. They are not a lot too short, but they are a bit too short. and you're trying and you're struggling. Okay, do we have like 2 shorter and 2 longer? Oh yeah, now I know I was struggling because I have 2 shorter and 2 longer ones. Yeah, this one wouldn't work here. This one? Okay, now makes sense. But will I be able to... Now you can see what I'm doing. So, am I able to take it down? So I'm using a leverage on the other side, trying to grasp it. Okay, I see that I have to loosen up these ones, because when they are not loosened up, it's struggle time. I can maybe poke it from this side, push it from this side, not poke it, just push it. Okay, that'll do. No. Now here is a problem because it's not going flat, it's going angled. Oh, and now it caught up with the rest, so now we can use this. That's for the long one. Okay, let's try this one now. So you see, I found what was the problem the last time I had with it. I had a problem because I didn't look which one is longer and which one is shorter. Such small details. Yes, I wouldn't say that there will be different length of screws of those holders actually. Oh, these are smaller ones. Okay, so we got it screwed in on all 4 sides. We got this, we can put this now inside. Can't insert it. What am I doing? Oh, now it went in. Brilliant. We can hook up the power for the fan. Click. Now we can put this module with a hard drive, which has here connector. Okay, so this connector is to here. Brilliant. Super happy. Oh, somebody's calling. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Guys, it's been 2.5 hours when I've done it, so I'll say just let's continue, because there was happening a lot and I just came back, so let's do it. Just last screws has left. We can put everything back together. So I've installed on this, as I said before, Ubuntu 20.04, and this Ubuntu, the main reason for the newest operating system is because I've got 21.04 on the server. I've got 20.04 on the computer, I think. I don't think I've got 21 because I've installed it so long time ago, and so yeah, so it like took me a wee while But anyways, what I want to say is, like, here I can risk and put the newest one, and I'm not bothered. Completely not bothered. If something goes wrong, you know what I can do? Reinstall it. That's all I can do, and I won't be bothered. This Raspberry Pi was bought last year, and I had it on and off, on and off. Now with a Pi desk, I'm happy to say that I'm trying to keep it permanently as a device which I will be using. Like, many times I don't use my computer here, this computer here, and I don't need to use it. I'm, you know, like, only browsing the internet or something, or googling some new solution to some problem. Yes, but if I don't have a small powered, like 3 amp only computer which is taking 15 watts, and a monitor which is this one monitor here, which takes as well less power than my one, 34-inch 4K ultra wide. Yes, it's wide is 4K, it's not 4K in this ultra wide. So, you know, so it's, I'm using it. Yes, I'm using it, and I'm happy with it. Yes, I'm happy with it, but believe me, I don't use the full screen all the time. It's 1.5 size of the monitor, and I don't use it. Okay, so what has left now? That's to Mac, so that's, we're not worried about this we don't care anymore. Here we don't have, so we've got only screws for the enclosure, and this module, we don't care about this module because that's for M2, which we don't have here, which is fine. Fan is connected, and this is out. Brilliant. So we're sorted. Now computing module is here, so this goes this way. Yes. This goes this way, and now it can go inside. Nice. So what I could do is I could either take it outside here, which I don't believe would benefit me. So can I take it to the top? I could, but will it benefit me more, or should I take it to the bottom? I think the bottom makes the most sense. So I need tweezers to get it down. Oh yeah, come out, don't be shy. Ooh, trying to run out. I'm not only sure, because for now I won't mount the antenna for now. Yes, so I'm not sure if that will be enough. Let's get those 2 screws here. One will be holding Raspberry Pi, and second will be holding the frame. I can get more screws, that's not a problem. You see, now it's popping out here, which is fine, but you want it to do is popping out more. Thinking that I could do better, but okay, anyways, that's just for a test, and let's leave it for now like that. I know how bad reception I have anyways, so I know it. Now this can be opened. I never opened it. The front I've opened, but because I didn't have a plan to use it normally. And I did buy it because I wanted to test those Raspberry Pis. People were talking about them, and fourth model came out on the market, and I bought it for about 70 odd, less than £80 I think, including the shipping. So I bought it, you know, and then somebody told me that 120 over you have to pay for the 4 gig model, whereas this one is 8 gig. So it's like, wow, I saved actually, because of the whole shortage. But anyways, you know, like, I saved brilliant. But let's put it to use. That was the whole purpose, to tinker with Linux and not be afraid of making an issue if something goes wrong. I can compile the kernel here, I can do other stuff. Cool. So then if I'll make it faulty, oh well, can restore it quickly. Okay, good, we got it. So I can put this rear panel now. Still out, brilliant. Okay, so why this doesn't fit the way I want it? Just too high. Okay. See, I don't need a LAN here. I need a Wi-Fi. I don't want to bring in a LAN cable here. At the moment, I could use Ethernet over, how do you call it? Ethernet over the mains adapters. I could. For my needs would be enough. This one doesn't fit. Does not fit because I don't know why. Make it more loose, maybe that will help. Don't know if that will help, but I've loosened up. Still a no-go. Okay, so I need to unscrew it because I'm wasting a lot of time on this, whereas that's all has left. And I would leave it, I would test it like that, but I wanted to test it in the enclosure. That was the whole point. Okay, so it is fitting here. Now it fits. And screws are not matching. So that's weird, guys, because this should work in the first place. Why it didn't? Okay, one screw here. I'll get on the opposite side screw as well. Here doesn't. Okay, now clicked. Fine. So I know you don't see everything, I know it, and I know it's a bit slightly too dark on the DSLR, so let's maybe lighter. Okay, I'll leave you on ISO 400. Now you can see it clearly. Wow. Let's put these two screws on. The reason why I wanted to do it is because the last time I did do it, and I had a wee problem. The problem was that I couldn't. No, that's this one. that I couldn't put through this back panel, and I wanted. I had to disconnect everything and so on. So brilliant. And the last one is here. Okay, so for those who don't know, this is a LAN connector. You connect your internet on the cable, which plug, which it comes here, is called RJ45. Before we had up to 1 gigabit, which was category 5 cable, or you can type category 5E Ethernet cable, you know. And now I won't tell you, you can Google. We've got a newer technology which allows you up to 10 gigabits per second. I don't know a Raspberry Pi which has 1 or 10, I can't tell you on the Model 4. Now the blue USBs are the last standard with the colors which all the companies were trying to use. It's a blue one, it's free, yes, USB free. Then after that was another one, you know, and another one, and so on, yeah. So they are trying now different colors, and it's mess up. Now this is just USB 1.0, yes, this, or 2.0 or something like that. I don't remember. I know that there was a white and there was a black. I think black was USB 2.0, but I don't quote me on that. Now that's a headphones. I think only headphones, no microphone, if I'm right. There's 2 HDMI, so for my Volvo XC90, one will be going to the rear seats so that boys can watch on the screens because they are connected, and on simultaneously you can watch on both of them. And the second can work as a front monitor so that my wife, when we drive, she can monitor what they are watching, yes, and switch to a different one if that's the case. Plus we've got these mouses. I'll show you this. This is a Logitech, and this Logitech is an old mouse. It's a mouse which is really portable. You can only click here and click here. You don't have any clicks on the sides, and you can use it. Plus it should work in this mode, yes. Whereas I got this with a keyboard, so we can use either that or this. So it's a keyboard, and on this side is a mouse. And when you press this button here, this, you can use it as a mouse, literally like that, yes, and it's working, it's fine. So it is what it is. We've got it hooked up. We don't have a front panel, which I'm okay with because I don't want to go to the cupboard. Let's disconnect the HDMI cable. Let's switch off the DSLR. Okay, we don't need the DSLR right now. We've got HDMI cable. Let's take it aside. Okay, that's front. So let's put here. We need now 5 volts, which is a problem because I will have a warning if I'll use this, but I got no other choice. So I'll use 2 amperes. So Raspberry Pi can pop out the message that you don't have sufficient energy, which is true. I don't. Do I care? That's the question. Okay, so that's this one here. Connect the mouse and keyboard. Now I need, guys, an adapter. This adapter is to connect this board inside, which is not connected with the Raspberry Pi, which has a hard drive, yes? So now as we see here, yes, we've got the red light. It's looking actually quite nice when you put this panel in. So let's plug this mouse as well, because I prefer a regular mouse over those projector mouses. I'm not saying you can't use it, but I just prefer. Okay, power it up. Oh, what about this? Okay, I need to see it before doing anything because I've got last 10 minutes and I need to finish this recording quite quick. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We can live with it. Let's switch it off and let's turn this babe on. Okay, white is blinking, that's a good sign. Our Raspberry Pi booting up. Okay, so that's Pi box here. See, that's a desk Pi box or original. I don't know if this didn't came from the US or something. That's the cable and the charger. Okay, we get a charger here. That's brilliant. You see, that already has a green color. You see, not blue anymore. Yes, so that's a good stuff. And we get a cable as well. Brilliant. So why we're not booting up? What's wrong? Can somebody tell me? Are we okay or we're not okay? That's super quick to charge. That's 5 volts 3 ampere, 9 volts 2 ampere, or 12 volts 1.5 ampere. Well, I see, I need to go. But I see it's on, but it's not on. Okay, so let's try the proper power, because that's too small power. Oh, now we've got 3 amperes. So that's what they want from us. 3 amperes is enough. You've got accessories with this. It's brilliant. Okay, good sign, guys. Really a good sign. Yeah, very good sign. We got Ubuntu. Screw that in so that Ubuntu, very good. Okay, so let's switch on my Wii chip. See? I can put my super strong password. You wouldn't guess what it is. Like literally, it's so super strong. It's unbelievable. Okay. Now the question is, will I have an internet? Because I was really struggling with the internet. Or I need to create now antenna out of this cable. So if I need to create antenna, I will, yes. The only thing is that Wi-Fi not connected. Select network. Okay, it's similar to what it was. So now we need to create an antenna. Now is the time to create the antenna or hook up the antenna to this cable. Yes, because that's what it is. Once we can hook up the antenna, we will be fine because it's seen the network, so we didn't damage anything. So I need to look for the connector now and connect the connector and then screw in antenna. But for now, guys, we can call it a day because we didn't damage anything and it's working. We can see that Ubuntu 20.22.04 is up and running. and we can still have an access to the networks, and we can still well, we've seen that the network was here, yes, when we started up, so either it was just by an error, just by mistake, but I will work on that antenna. When I'm done, I'll show you how I've done it. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Hope soon. Bye bye.